it. I'm going to start off with a variation on some fundamental curriculum stuff that I like a lot. We're going to kind of build off of it and talk a little bit about momentum and other back take related things. But initially, we're going to work off of half guard sweep. So we're going to initially we're going to start off in kind of a Z guard. So you guys can see my top knee right here, and more or less Matt Huff's kind of solar plexus. I don't like to be at his belly button level because now if he lowers himself, he smears my knee flat. Now I'm kind of more trapped than I am in here. So I'm here. So yeah, now I'm up at about a 45. No matter how heavy he is, if he leans into me, assuming my bone structure holds, he's not exactly going to feel the closest distance. As I'm in this position, I'm going to now fence, so we might be grip fighting, whatever's going on. I'm going to fence my left arm underneath his armpit as I kick my left leg forward, so it's going to be here. You guys see how I fence in? I'm controlling this wrist at the same time. I don't want him to be getting grips on my neck or being coming over my head or anything like that as that happens. So we're here, we're playing around. I get control of wrist or I get control of sleeve. And now as I'm bracing off of him, I release this leg and I kick up and through. And I get a grip on his belt or as far across his back as I can get. At which point I take my outside foot, you guys are familiar with this, step over his near leg, it in towards me, which will allow me to cut up to my base. Once I'm in here with Huff, I'm going to drive into Huff. If I still have control of this wrist, it's great. I can take him over. And actually, we'll probably be good for that. So I'll start here. We'll go to the back here after. If I still have this control, as soon as I cut my leg underneath me, so if I'm here, boom, I step over, I pull this leg out, and I still have control of this sleeve. I don't even need to release this and kick the knee. If I have this and it's already across his body, I'm going to pull it back, I'm going to pull it out and then behind me. So I'm here. As I drive into Matt and I bump his weight, I'm going to pull his arm out and back, boom, and smear flat. Now if I end up where I really want to be, I might be able to take him out. The fact of the matter is, it's probably kind of pipe dreamy on somebody who's halfway decent at jiu-jitsu to be like, do. That's really unrealistic. For the most part, if I'm getting this sleeve yank to finish him, I'm going to be passing to the backside, as we do traditionally when we tap the knee. So I'm here, control sleeve, release, boom, I'm up. I scrape around this outside foot. As I pull this foot out, if I still have control, I'm pulling this back and then towards me. As I throw him down, this foot, windshield wipering behind the knee or the shin, I back step, control his leg, circle, circle, circle. I keep insurance on his hips the whole time. I settle into a good side control. The details there being, as I pulled him down, I had control here. My hips were pretty flat on his hips to keep his legs pinned. This needs to happen. I can't just lift and step back. He's going to catch me in half guard. This has to happen. As this happens, this has to happen. These hips are going to be facing the ground only until I settle right on top where I want to be in a good side control position. Make sense, Matt? Yep. You want to see that one?
No, I'm all set.
Okay.